Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. You already know I'm back with another gem, and today we got these super cute money encapsulated nails. Yes, it's Money Monday. Okay, starting our week off right. So you already know we going in. I already pushed the cuticles back, and then I decided like, oh, okay, let me record this set for y'all. So yeah, push the cuticles back, and then now we're just going in to take all of the oil and natural shine off of the natural nail beds, getting all of that off. So we're just going in, filing that off. Want to make sure we're getting in them sidewalls, so we're pulling the skin back and just being super gentle, because obviously you don't want to be rough with this, especially if you're using a drill. Like, you don't want to hurt the nail beds, or anything like that. So, and that's specifically why I like to use the hand file, because I just don't like using the drill on natural nails. Even if you're using it on a low speed and low sand, whatever, low sanding band, I just don't like it. So yeah, you already know that's what we're doing. Then we're going to dust that off and size our tips. And once we have our tips sized, we're going to apply that dehydrator from Valentino, and then we're going to glue the tips on. And I actually ran out of the two main sizes of my tips, so I just been using like bigger tips and then cutting them down to fit the natural nail. So that's another thing that you can do. And I found that when you do that with these tips that I use, and I use the McCart tips from Amazon link in the description box below for you to go get some. And the fake money that I'm gonna be using is gonna be on the Amazon link as well, so I'm gonna get to that point. But yeah, I found that when you cut them down, like cut a bigger size down to fit the natural nail, it gives more of that square look. Because if you just use the ones that fit that nail, it's gonna give more of a like tapered coffin type of, like more coffin than square. But if you use a bigger one and cut it like the top down to fit the nail bed, and then use it to like use it for that square shape, it's gonna give much more of a like a thicker square, and it just looks so good. So yes, that's what we doing today. And of course, I know I ain't say this, but if you're new here, what's good, what's poppin', go ahead, subscribe, hit that like button, comment, share, whatever you gotta do to support your girl. If you returning, I love you, I appreciate you. And yeah, so now we're just going in and shaping the tips. And because we use the bigger tips, I am cutting a little bit, because obviously they're like way too big. But the fact that I cut them straight instead of them being like leaning in, how these tips are, is going to create that more square shape. And then we're going to go in and just blend the natural nail into, or blend the tip into the natural nail. And this goes back to like people, if you use the drill on the natural nail, they blend the tip with the drill. And it's just easier for me. Like, I'm filing with the hand file to get the shape, so might as well just go right in, like right then and there, go in and blend it with the hand file as well. So it's just easier for me to get 2 in 1 done. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to be ready for our acrylic. So then I'm just going in with my Valentino dehydrator again, and then my No Lift Nails primer. We're putting that all on one hand, and then still on that same hand, I'm going in and applying a second coat on that one finger, and then applying my Crystal Clear from Valentino with my C&D Retention Monomer Liquid, and just applying a very thin coat of clear onto that nail bed that we just applied the second coat to. And then we're just going to go in and do that for all of the nail beds, and then we'll move to the second hand. And I did want to go back and say the reason I put a second layer of the dehydrator on is because when I'm shaping those tips, I tend to like place my nail or my finger on the nail bed, and that can cause oil to come back onto the nail, and we want no oil because oil is going to cause lifting. So that dehydrator is just going to dry all of that oil out again and just make sure nothing is there. And then yeah, going in with our primer, and you can find this primer on my Amazon link as well, or you can get it from Sally's, and everything is in the description box below for real. So once we did that, I'm using this little fake bill. I'm gonna put the where I got it from Amazon. I'm gonna put in my Amazon link below, and it comes in like a whole big ass pack with like hundreds and 50s, 20s, 10s, ones, all of that, and they're all fake obviously because y'all be complaining, telling me, is that real? Is that real money? That's illegal. Like, don't nobody want to hear that. But who gonna catch me? So this for y'all and who want to use a real $20 bill on the nails anyway. So yeah, we gonna go with the fake money, okay? So I got some pieces cut out, and then for this finger we just doing the basic nude application. So just gonna run in with my regular application with my perfect nude from Valentino, and then I'm gonna be using, I also got out a few colors. I was using Danny Phantom, which is like a silver glitter from Nail House. I'm gonna be using that, and I'm gonna be using foils, like some silver foil. I got out the color diamond from Nail House too, but I didn't really use it. I just had it out. I thought I was gonna use it, but I ended up not, because it was just getting a little too messy. So I just used Danny Phantom and then a lot of silver foil. And the foil I have, like, I got this big pack, and that's from Amazon as well, so that's gonna be in my link below. And yeah, so we just gonna apply a little bit of clear, apply a little bit of the Danny Phantom, and then once we have, you want to work, like, once you're placing the money on, you want to work with a little bit of a drier bead, because if the bead is too wet, the money is not going to stick. You want it to be very tacky when you're sticking the money on, so that it's easier for it to dry in there quicker and just stay on there, if that makes sense. So yeah, and if you're working with a dry bead or a wetter bead, then you just gonna have to sit there and hold the money piece down until it all dries. And that's what I had to do for some of this, which you're gonna see it kind of takes a while I'm just sitting there. And then for the 20, it was a little big, so I did go in with my scissors and cut some of the side off, and you can still tell it says 20, so we straight. But yeah, I just cut some of the side off so that it can like not glue down, but just stick down easier. And then so that when we go in with that encapsulation, it'll be much easier instead of having something sticking out, so yeah, we're just going in and trying to place that down as tight as we can. And some of it will stick up. If you having trouble with that, don't even worry about it. You're gonna file through it, and when that top coat come on, you be fine. So, and then once it's stuck down, then I went in and just put a little bit of more like silver foils over top of it, just to blend it in, make it all look like it's together or whatever. And then I went in, because this is going to be the ombre finger, I just went in with a little bit of my perfect nude and sealed that cuticle area in and created the ombre over top of the money. And when creating the ombre, you really want to make sure you're only taking small beads, because you really don't want to cover the whole nail with it. You only want to do a little bit. So boom, right there, that was just a little bit. It's not covering the whole thing, So just be careful with that, because if you take too much, you're going to end up covering the whole thing, and it's not going to look right. And then I just let it dry. I let it dry before I went in with Crystal Clear to encapsulate. And then we're just going to work on this pointer finger, which is going to be money too. So we're going to add the glitter, add the money, add some more glitter and foil. And then we're going to let that dry while I work on the other hands, just to make sure, you know, that when we put the clear on for the encapsulation, that nothing messes up, nothing drags down while I'm dragging the clear bead down, because the foil tends to do that a lot. So I'll just let it dry and then I'll come back to work on the encapsulation. So as you can see, we're running out of monomer, so gotta add that back up in there. Make sure there's enough liquid in your bowl to where your whole brush is being covered. That's the goal, okay? And then we're just going into encapsulate. So I'm just taking a large bead, placing that down, you know, getting the best application that I can. You know, of course it's not gonna be perfect because we got a lot going on underneath, but just doing the best I can and trying to make sure that that apex is in there, everything is covered, you know, all the sides, and there's no open gaps within the acrylic, especially on the sides. That tends to happen when encapsulating big things like this. So make sure y'all got that, the cuticle, everything, and everything is as even as you can get it, okay? And then basically going to do the same thing on the pointer. And then for the pinky and the thumb, we're just doing the same thing as the middle finger. It's going to be that basic nude. We're using my color Perfect Nude from Valentino, my favorite nude ever. And yeah, just doing a basic application for those. And then we good. Of course, once we're done with all the application, we cleaned our area up, and then we just going into file and shape. So of course, you know, it's gonna take a lot to file this money encapsulated nail down because it's super thick and it got a lot going on. So I do use my e-file for most of it, and then I'll go back in with my hand file and clean it up. I really like to work with my hand file, so I'm trying my best to clean it up as much as I can with my hand file before I use the e-file. But then for the other fingers, like, I was just like, okay, let me just bring it down with the e-file and then use my hand file. But you also want to be gentle. I know it looks like I'm being rough, but like I'm trying to place pressure on the nails. Like with my fingers, I'm placing pressure on the nail bed, the finger, so that whatever pressure I am applying is not hard. So yeah, just going in with that e-file and cleaning that cuticle area up, making it as thin as I can get it before I start busting into the money. And then like cleaning up the sides and the underneath, just making sure that everything is straight and clean, the bottom, you know, whatever. And then we go back in with the hand file and just clean it up some more. And then basically y'all already know my shaping technique for real. I do have a shaping video in the link below or the description box below. Yeah, so y'all already basically know that. So I'm gonna just do my basic filing on the basic nude fingers, and then obviously just a little bit more work on the money fingers. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I know I'm supposed to make this shaping video. I've been saying this for months. I'm supposed to make a new shaping video for y'all, and I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, but bear with me, y'all, okay? I just been having a lot going on, and I got y'all. I just gotta figure out, you know, it's just always something new that you gotta do to keep up with YouTube, and it just gets a little you know, it gets a little difficult sometimes. So please let me know what videos y'all want to see, because yeah, yeah, I'm gonna just let y'all watch me shape for the rest of this, because I basically explained everything, and then we gonna get into the diamonds. All right. So I did want to mention this little red thing I'm about to put under her hand right here. So I figured this out. If your client, you know how as nail techs, like, we need your hand, your wrist mostly, to be straight, to work on it straight. You know, like if you're just being comfortable and you're just like having your wrist hang, or you know, and the hand is just like all turned. Nail tech, y'all know what I'm talking about. But this kind of helps if you place, especially if you have the white thing that I'm using. And I'm gonna zoom out here so that y'all can really see. The white thing I'm using is on my Amazon list, okay? And then you place something like, it's literally a little ice pack that I got from Wick a while ago, with like a gel pack ice pack, okay? And it's obviously unfrozen, and I'm just placing it under the palm, the pinky side of the hand, to even it out with the thumb side, and then that kind of helps the hand to be straight. Some clients still will have their whole arm twisted, and that's what makes the hand tilted, but this helps for the most part create evenness between, because what it is, you know, the thumb is on the side of our hand, so the thumb is going to create like a level up on that side, so that the pinky side is like slilted down. I don't know the word I'm looking for. So that the hand is uneven. But if you put in a lift up under that pinky side, it's going to become even with the thumb side, so the hand is going to become straight, and it's just much easier to see, especially with the pointer finger, because you know, some techs like us techs, we have trouble getting that pointer finger straight because of how tilted the hand can be, especially, you know. So It really helps with that pointer finger, and just in general trying to keep the client's hands straight, especially if you done told them 50 times, can you keep your hands straight, and they don't keep it straight. So yeah, that kind of helps. You just kind of have to get your own. I got mine from Wick, like I mentioned. So if you go any grocery store, might have, just a little gel ice pack that you can place, or whatever y'all can find, like a tiny little pillow. I don't know what else you can use, but this just what I figured out helped for me, and I wanted to share that with y'all because it is super helpful, and we can't be twisting our wrist and forcing the client's hands, because that's putting damage on our bodies. Like, all you got to do is keep your hands straight, sis. Like, that's all. So I use this on most of my clients, and let me know if this is a good idea for y'all, and have you tried it? Does it work for you, or whatever. And this is what the little gel pack looks like up close. This is just what I use, something I found around the house to make it work. So obviously once we done filing, I had the client wash her hands, and then we going in with my Zulay Bling adhesive for our diamonds, and this wax pen from Glam Nurse Supply. All links are in the description box below. And the Glam Nurse Supply is going to be the second link there. So yeah, and then we just applying these little diamonds, whatever. Did the same thing on the other hand, and then placing this big stone from, I got these, actually, the big stones I got from AliExpress, actually, and they took forever to come. I hate AliExpress shipping. Like, it is so annoying, but it'd be worth it because they stuff be cheap. But yeah, so just using this big stone and placing it on, just creating a design within that, because the money we used was green. So I figured, let me tie this green diamond in there and just make it flow, and it ended up being super cute. And then once we did that, then we were like, with this big design, everything, it just need a little bit more. So we went ahead and added a ring around the cuticle for the pinky. So just a little bit of diamonds up there around the cuticle and the pinky or whatever. And then what you're gonna see me do, and then we're gonna get into the top coat. So once everything is finished, we ready for the top coat, and I'm going in with my Shine E Gels top coat from Nail Couture, which I don't like. I'm only using this top coat right now because I ran out of my Valentino. And lately I actually tried using the IBD top coat, and I love it. So when I show a video of me using it, I'll definitely talk about it. But yeah, just using this top coating everything, obviously, and then we're going to cure it for 60 seconds, and then you're going to see me go in and wipe the edges, and that's just to maintain the shape of the nails, you know, make sure the gel isn't running off the side, creating no bubbles or anything. And then we're going to again, yeah, cure that for 60 seconds, and then we're going to apply our cuticle oil, and then we're going to be done. And this is the finished look. These came out super cute and classy, and I'm loving it. Perfect for a Money Monday, okay? And I just want to say thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Show any support that you can. And follow me on Instagram at Burn Nails. And I'll see y'all in the next video.